Mexican Senate committees formally approve marijuana legalization bill for full floor action.
Here's a summary of the article.
In a new memoir looking back at his time in office, former President Barack Obama writes that a decision early in his first term to cut deals with congressional Republicans allowed him to ignore some Democrats' calls for less orthodox ideas such as marijuana legalization. Though candidate Obama had said medical marijuana legalization was a question best left to the states, his administration in 2011 launched a coordinated crackdown on dispensaries in legal jurisdictions such as California. The administration's stance shifted after Colorado and Washington state voters legalized marijuana for adults in 2012, and the Obama Justice Department chose not to challenge the laws. During his time in office, advocates repeatedly called for Obama to take action on cannabis legalization, but the president was cagey on the issue. According to a 2018 book by a former Obama advisor, the president considered pushing to decriminalize marijuana late in his term, but then Trump won and he abandoned the idea. In November 2016, after the election of Donald Trump as his successor, Obama told Rolling Stone that it wasn't his place to change the nation's marijuana policy through an executive action. As Biden, who championed punitive drug policies during his decades as a senator, begins the transition to the presidency, some legalization advocates are already worried his policies could echo Obama's mealy-mouthed approach.
This post received a score of 47,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
That was yesterday. Senate just voted for it in the full floor seconds ago, now they'll have to discuss some points some senators disagreed with, and when that is done, it goes to the lower chamber and then the executive. The executive might be the hardest part, because the president said he's against, but he said he would let the legislative decide too. Edit, it was just approved in the Senate in general and with reservations, so the next step is the lower chamber, which should be happening in the next few days. AMLO is against? Damn, that guy is not what I was expecting. Yeah, he said he is personally against, but at least he said he would let the legislative decide. His party are the ones who are pushing this, so it's a mixed bag.
Surprisingly, most parties are in favor except for one, PAN. Ironically, it was PAN who decriminalized minimal possession in the first place, but they're a pretty conservative party overall.
PAN is also anti-abortion, so not surprised there. Yup, PAN is where the most religious conservatives fall in, which is crazy to think given what PRI did in its 90-year history of totalitarian rule.
PRI is actually not even that conservative. The problem with it is that it's filled with murderers, thieves and all kinds of criminals.
I know that, but the PRI from the 60 to 90 was full-on conservative, outlawing rock and roll, killing in Tlatelolco y Corpus Christi.
PRI was totalitarian, but they were not conservative. They have always been a center-left party.
Funny how it took over 70 years for Lázaro Cárdenas to be proven right, and drug legalization being better.
Hey, I'm from Mazatlan lol.
Yo, what up, pata salada? My parents live down there. I love that city.
Did you just call him a pasta salad?
Pata salada means salty foot. Maybe cause of the ocean?
As an avid Mexican weed smoker, I think it's BS that you can still get a fine for possession of anything over an ounce. But it's a step, I guess. Yes, from now on, smaller modifications to the existing law will be a lot easier.
They fine you for carrying a lot because you could be selling, which means no taxes, which means government doesn't like it. Should change once all weed sources are government-partnered cartel farms.
It's more like you're probably selling without checking ID, at least here in Canada. Dealers generally don't give a shit who they sell to except maybe really young kids.
Maybe that was Canada's rationale.
Now the US is really the odd one out. And let's be real, individual states having various levels of legality isn't the same thing as legal in and across the country.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.